Hey Maker friends, it's Heidi. And today I wanted to just ramble a little bit, so hear me out, about the problems that perfection or the need to be perfect can cause. I'm inspired after I listened to the thing that Amy Howard had with Jennifer Allwood. Hey Jill. I'm inspired to just say a few more things because a lot of the things that Jennifer Allwood said today really rang true to me, and they really mirror my own same thoughts. So the first thing I want to say is that if you have the need to do everything perfectly, your business, even your projects, that is going to really rob you of a lot of joy that you could otherwise have. And it's also going to keep you paralyzed so that you can never really get started and you can't become who God intended you to become. Now, how this applies to me and to my team is I just want to assure you, well, first of all, you know that I'm not perfect because, my word, just yesterday I did a Facebook Live and I talked about our stencils the whole time, calling them stickers. I can't even tell you how many times I've started a Facebook Live and realized that I had my device turned on silent, so there was no sound. And then I've had dogs barking in the middle of it. I've not been able to find the words that I wanted to say. I'm sure I've had a zillion typos, all kinds of things. And I've seen this play out also at my workshops when people come. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Roxanne. People come to my workshops and they can't get their project started or enjoy the process because they're so worried about doing it perfectly. And when I see that, I always say, hey, if you want perfect, then buy it at Walmart or Target, buy it completed and made by a machine. But as people, we're flawed, we're not perfect. So I say just be who you are. Don't worry about things being perfect. Just get started. And so this same kind of idea was rolling around my head about the time that I started with the Maker Studio. Okay, I had never done a Facebook Live. I wouldn't have the first clue how to do that. I'd seen a lot of them that were really pretty fabulous, and so I felt like, I don't have the right setting. Obviously, my device should be angled down. It would be a lot more flattering. My sound isn't always great. I usually ramble a lot. Sometimes I can't find the words, but I just got started. And I will say that over the last, 9 or 10 months that I've been with the Maker Studio, I am definitely improving slowly. I'm still not there. I still make tons of mistakes, but I didn't let that need to be perfect stop me from getting going. And so I really hope that you won't let that stop you either. If you think that that is an issue, then I would challenge you sometime in the next 24 hours to get on your Facebook page, your personal page, and to get a project that you've done. You don't have to do it live on the Facebook Live. You could have already done it and just talk about it. Or you could just talk about anything, show some of our stickers, stencils, or some of our paint colors. My word, there's a zillion things that you could do. But I challenge you, if you are struggling with the perfection issue and it's preventing you from getting started, I challenge you to do it. Just do 2 minutes of a Facebook Live, just ramble and get it done. And after you've done it once, it will never be as hard again. So don't let the devil steal your joy and keep you paralyzed by putting you in this box of perfection. The second thing I wanted to say today is I want to just plant this idea in your head that everything you put out on social media, however you present your products or yourself, that is part of you branding you. You're not branding a Maker Studio. You're branding yourself. So think about that. How do you want to come across? I mostly just want to come across as friendly. I don't care if people think I'm silly. As a friendly person who loves DIY and crafts and has some funny ideas, some good, some not so good. But think about how you're branding yourself. And here's another thought. You know, you might put a picture of a project, of a product, a Maker Studio product on social media, and who knows, it may float around the internet for 2 years and land in somebody's lap who wants to place an order. Ask yourself, will they know how to order? Will they be able to find the person who initiated that whole thing, who put that picture on social media? If they won't, then what's the point? That is why I always put, and I know I go overboard. You don't have to put all the stuff, the junk that I put on my photos, and you don't have to put borders, and that just happens to be something that I love, and it gives me a lot of joy to fiddle with my pictures. But I would encourage you to just put your Maker Studio website. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Renee. Just put that, your A Maker Studio website, on the top or bottom of your photos that you're putting on social media. And let me tell you how I do it. I didn't buy any fancy program. I have a free app on my iPad called Phonto, Phonto. Okay, I live in Georgia, so guess what? I picked Georgia as my font. And I always use Georgia as my font. And I almost always do my, my little website address in the size 25. Whatever that means, 25 PPT. I don't even know what that means. But once you set up a standard signature, and it's really easy if you just fiddle around on Phonto, Phonto a little bit, or Google it, how to set a standard signature in Phonto. You'll be able to do it. I was able to do it, and I just was determined to figure it out, and so I did. Anyways. So figure out how to do that, and then start labeling, start branding the images that you put on Facebook with your website, so that when it lands in the lap of somebody who says, ooh, I want that, they'll know how to order it, and you will get the credit. And really, I think that's all I have to say today. Oh, I did want to also mention that I was super touched by everything that Jennifer Allwood said today. And if you watched it, you probably were too. But I don't necessarily think that you need to invest $1,000 of your money in that program. One thing she said at the very start was, do one thing and do one thing well. And so I would encourage you to do your Maker Studio business well, whether you want to do that virtually, or you want to do belly-to-belly gatherings or classes, or you want to do both. But just do your Maker Studio business well for a while before you go and invest a ton of money in some other training program. We have plenty of information available for you. It's all there in that new Maker Toolbox thing. And myself and your sponsor, if there's somebody in between us, they have a ton of information too. So reach out to your sponsor. Look around in our Maker office and in the Maker Toolbox, and get your own business going before you go and invest a ton of money in something else. Remember, this is a money-making business, not a money-spending business. Alrighty, if you have questions or comments, just let me know. And have a wonderful day. And just know also, I really, 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 really appreciate you. Okay. Take care. Bye.